Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks that you can use while you're playing Fallout 76. You might know some of them, but if you don't, stay tuned and let's just jump straight into it. So the first thing you're going to do when you load into a lobby is you're going to want to go on a team. There could be the expedition team, which will give you bonus XP for completing the expeditions. Events, which will give you bonus XP for completing the events team. The daily ops is the next one, which will give you bonus XP for completing the daily ops. But the most popular one is the casual, which will give you bonus intelligence, which will overall give you bonus XP. Now, if you create a team while there's other teams that have the casual team, that's not a good idea. You should probably join another team that has the casual, which we will do right here. It'll just give you more intelligence. The next thing we're going to go to is I'm going to show you how to make your house public. So you're just going to go to your house at the top and click on public map icon and make sure that that's turned on so that other people can see that you have a vendor and people will spend money at your vendor. Next thing, you're going to pull up on the D-pad under World Activities, and you can see that there's the Daily Ops or the Public Event. But if you go over on the right, R1, you can go to each of the other vendors and it'll give you a list of what they have in their actual vendor, which I find very helpful rather than looking all over the map to find where the houses are. Because you might miss something that you need, right? Next, we're going to go into our settings, and under game, we're going to find pacifist mode. If you're not like a PvP player versus player kind of person, this will keep you safe from harming people and people harming you. So always have that on if you're not a PvP kind of person. I'm not personally, and I find that really helpful to put the pacifist on because you might shoot someone that you might not want to. Next, under display, if you go down to enable camera shaking, I personally don't like when there's an explosion and the whole camera shakes, or something hits you, an enemy hits you, and the whole camera shakes. That it drives me nuts. So that's another one to have on. That's a good one. And then if you go further down on the display, to show damage numbers adventure, make sure that that's turned on. I'm going to show you why that's really helpful in just a second. But always have that one on. So for example, you're killing the Murloc Queen. If you shoot but down up top, it'll give you low numbers. Her highest damage point is right between her legs, and that'll help you by having the damage numbers on to know that that's the sweet spot so that you can kill her faster, and other enemies obviously as well. Next, you're collecting a whole bunch of junk, but you're not quite sure what's in each of them. If you're a collector like me, it doesn't matter what's in them, you'll just collect anything. But I'm going to show you how to toggle that on so that you know what's in each item. Just going to finish collecting first. So you're going to load into your Pip-Boy in just a second. Go over to items, into the junk, and you're going to go to component view, which is R1 if you're on PlayStation. And it'll give you acid, it'll give you everything that you need. So if you have the magnifying glass beside something, you'll be looking for that beside whatever item that you see. And I'll just show you in just a second in this other building. So that can right there has oil in it. And then say you wanted acid, so we'll switch to component view and we'll toggle onto the acid and take off the oil. You can have them all tagged, but if you're looking for something specific, it's good to have on just as one single thing, like the acid right here. And then once you've collected all your stuff, you hit the component view. You can see how much you have of each thing that you've collected if you went on a binge and looted everything like I do. Next, I'm going to show you a quick little trick of how you can put paint on your weapons, the ones that you don't want to drop. This will prevent you from dropping them if you have the paint on them. I did it to all of my weapons here. A couple of them won't have paints, like the Holy Fire doesn't have a paint. There's another one too, I just don't remember which one it was. Oh, it was the Enclave. But yeah, just switch on any kind of paint that you like. I like the silver one here. And then here you're going to try to drop it. It's going to say that it'll be destroyed because it's got paint on it. So you'll just hit no if you ever do that. But the branding iron I could drop because it didn't have a paint on it. So it's a neat little trick that you can do. You can do it with your armor as well. Next, once you've killed all the enemies, you don't actually have to go up to the workshop. You can just touch the D-pad on PlayStation from where you are right here, and you can collect it as long as you're underneath the, or claim it, as long as you're underneath the dome of how far you can go. See the green line? Make sure you're within that green line, and you should be able to claim it from far away if you're not quite wanting to go all the way over to it, which I thought was a neat trick. You just hold down the touchpad. So now you're over encumbered and you're in the middle of nowhere. Just picture this. And you don't have a tent. You don't have Fallout First. You don't have any scrap kits. So what do? What you're going to do is you're going to load up your map. And you're going to click on an expedition. If you hit travel to the White Springs, it'll tell you you're over encumbered. You can't do it. Which I'm going to show you right here. Over encumbered, you can't fast travel. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on expedition, you're going to start it up. Doesn't matter which one, either or, it's going to put you in the helicopter. Once you're in the helicopter, you're going to load up your map. You're not going to request a landing. You're just going to travel to the White Springs Refuge. It's going to say that you can't do any checkpoints for the expedition, but that's okay. Now that you're here, you're going to go through the mall door, and you'll be able to go all the way down this hallway, and in here, and you're going to be able to scrap all your stuff without a tent, without a scrap kit, without everything. A couple of loading screens to deal with, but other than that, it's a pretty good little trick. Next, you just completed an event and there's a lot of bodies to loot. So sometimes, I don't know if you've noticed, but you can't transfer. See how it says transfer? I can't collect off of all the bodies right now. So what we're going to do is you're going to look away from the body. You're not going to highlight the body. You're just going to turn to the right and then go back to it. And you should be able to transfer all of that now. Just going to show you one more time with the bodies over here, because it does happen quite a bit. Okay, can't transfer it. Gonna look away, and you should be able to transfer it. I hope this video helps you guys out. Those are my tips and tricks. If you need some of them, please let me know in the comments and tell me some more if there's any I've missed. Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a good day.